lucky that my children were there. My husband was there to see that. I would have loved it if my parents were also there. But unfortunately, they could not make it. And yes, I know my dad is definitely watching from above. Our laws are supporting women very strongly, but unfortunately we have a lot of interior pockets in our country, in the rural areas, sort of, so to speak, where our women are not even aware of the rights that they have. KGF 2 today is the third highest movie in Indian grosser in Indian cinema. I'm so proud to be associated with that franchise.
Hello and welcome to ETimes, and today we have with us Padma Shri Raveena Tandon. How does it feel? Has it sunk in that you've won the Padma Shri?
Well, yes, it has sunk in, and luckily for me, all my friends, my family, my loved ones, my fans, normally I always call them my well-wishers because I don't call them my fans per se. And I wish them all the best because it's, I think, because of them that what I am. And the joy and the celebrations on their faces is making me even more overwhelmed, and then that's helping it sink in.
Okay. Now, you got the award for your contribution to art and cinema, along with your contribution to your philanthropy, your social work. So if you can take us back, how did it all start and what does it add to you as a person?
Well, you know, I've been doing this since a very, very long time. I think since I was in the 8th standard, I'd been following my mum always. In fact, I think even younger. My mum used to do a lot of work for NGOs, orphanages, etc. And that's how I think it was imbibed in me. So I've been doing it for a very, very long time. As everyone knows, I think I'm the pioneer in single parent adoption, because even when it was not legal to be a single mother, I kind of took legal guardianship of my two girls, and today it's so gratifying to see them as such successful, young, independent, fierce women, and that I'm very proud of. So it's, I think somewhere it was imbibed in me. In the 90s, if you actually ask me, I think I'm the one who invented the CSR activity, which now people are involving big companies. But at that time when magazines used to ask me for photo shoots, I used to say, okay, if it's a Christmas photo shoot, then do it with my kids and my orphanage kids. You know, so I used to make them, if it was a big company or something, they used to do a Christmas tree, and a lot of requirements that were needed for the orphanage would be provided by them, and then we would send a bus for the kids. They would come and we would click pictures, we would do a photo shoot. In fact, a lot of them, actually you should get some from Jayesh. Jayesh has them. So, you know, a lot of these mini CSR activities, which now is called CSR activities, I think I started this way back in the 90s. And I've been doing that quietly, yes, surely but steadily. And now with my Rudra Foundation, I'm doing it even more actively.
Now, you are the only person from our industry who's part of W20, yes, which is part of G20, which talks about gender equality and gender equity.
Yes.
How does that feel to be part of?
Well, actually, W20, we've got a lot of subjects and sub-subjects in and around W20, where we're also discussing climate change. We're also talking about our rural infrastructures. We're also talking about, yes, women equality and the opportunities that are, and the legal rights that they need to be aware of. You know, it is actually very, very, with pride I say that actually in India we have the strongest laws that support women in every sector of what we have in the fields, in various fields, whether it's career or it is professional fields or it is personal fields. Our laws are supporting women very strongly, but unfortunately we have a lot of interior pockets in our country, in the rural areas, sort of, so to speak, where our women are not even aware of the rights that they have. So that is a kind of groundwork, fieldwork that we really need to work and concentrate on, where the awareness reaches in those little small patriarchal pockets that are still existing today. You know, it's great in the metro cities, women are still aware, they're educated, there's literacy. But unfortunately in these pockets, women are deprived of their rights. And this is something that I am specially focusing on, along with climate change in the W20 program. In fact, I'll be going to Jaipur now for their another small little summit that we're having.
Okay. Now, in your long list of movies and songs, which are the songs or movies that you think made an impact on your fans over all these 30 years, 31 years actually? 91,
yes,
91 was the first
yes,
two?
Yes, that's right. Well, I think a lot of great films that I've done as well. The body of work that I've had has been quite varied. I've done, it used to be a time where I would have a release like a Shul happening alongside a Dule Raja would be happening. An Aks would be releasing and alongside a Ziddi would be releasing. So I had that entire commercial and parallel cinema thing happening at the same time. And I'm very grateful to all the audiences who accepted me in all the roles, whether it was Manjari Bhabhi or it was playing my character in Satta, or I was, victim of marital violence in Daman. Likewise, while I was playing Kiran in Dule Raja, or I was playing, Neeta in Aks, it was all accepted, and whether it was Roma in Mohra. So I think I was one of those few lucky ones who kind of struck the balance somewhere, and the audiences accepted me in all these kind of characters. And yes, today a lot of performances are remembered, like Satta, Shul, Matra, etc. And a lot of songs also remembered, which are being now remixed, whether it's Sher Ki Ladki, or it is Akhiyon Se Goli Mare, or it is Tip Tip Barsa Pani. So I'm proud of the entire body of work that I've done, the spectrum of the things that I could pull off.
Now, your daughter wrote a very heartfelt message for you when you won the Padma Shri. What's the best message you've got from your family, or how have they reacted to your winning the Padma Shri?
Well, I think as you could see the joy in all their faces, and I think what better, I think I'm really lucky that my children were there. My husband was there to see that. I would have loved it if my parents were also there, but unfortunately they could not make it. And yes, I know my dad is definitely watching from above. So it is, I know that my family is there with me at this point in time. And yes, of course, I think my daughter is very, very proud of the fact that I could kind of swing everything. And I think she penned that note because she's seen me being a mother, a daughter, a wife, a sister, and yes, of course, then she's seen my performance. She's now old enough to see my performances in KGF 2 and in Aranyak, where I played Kasturi Dogra. So doing all these socially relevant films and web series is also something that I chose. Honestly, Aranyak that I chose because it had such an important message about working women and the strength that they need and how families need to support them in their ideals. So these are things that I think I have made a good impression on my daughter, which you can see that little heartfelt note was all about.
Now, when you won the Padma Shri, a lot of people felt that, had she not won it already?
Well, yeah, there was, in fact, a lot on my Twitter feed that came out and said that this was long overdue. Yeah. Haven't you won this before? I said, no, I haven't. Younger ones before me have won, but I haven't. But der I drust hai. So I think I'm glad, because I think Aranyak and KGF 2 also made a difference, and that KGF 2 today is the third highest, third highest movie in Indian grosser in Indian cinema. I'm so proud to be associated with that franchise.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Jigar. That's so sweet of you.